Hello, my name is Joel from Propedia, and this channel is created to share in-depth research for projects all across Singapore. So today we will be going through a resale project at Pasir Ris, Watercolours. Now let's start with some basic information about Watercolours. It is an executive condominium that recently reached its MOP, the minimum occupancy period, in 2020. Now it first launched sales in 2012 and it has a total of 416 units. So for our first video on this series, we will be talking about the 2-bedroom type, which has a total of 48 units. To run this analysis, we will be using two main factors. First is the surrounding supply, and second, the layout and its demand. So before that, do remember to like, subscribe and tap on the notification bell so you won't miss out on our new videos that are being launched every weekday. So let's start with the first, surrounding supply. Watercolours sit on an area with at least 4 other mid-sized projects that are side by side: Ripple Bay, Siesta, Sea Strand and Sea Horizon. Now Ripple Bay has 285 units of the 2 bedrooms, Siesta has 68 units, Sea Strand has 44 while Sea Horizon has 22. Now a quick search online already turns up 50 units for sale in this area, and most are asking for prices that are starting from $800,000 and above. Now although it may seem like there is quite a number of supply, most of it comes from Ripple Bay, and being a full-fledged condo, which is not an EC, their prices are naturally higher. So this gives the 2-bedders in Watercolours an advantage. One of the highest paid prices for the largest 2-bedroom layout unit in Watercolours was only at $750,000. Now the low prices can be attributed to the fact that it is an EC after all, and the first owner's entry prices were way lower. But it's also, however, that because of this low entry price that makes the rental yield for the 2-bedroom units here very advantageous. A typical 2-bedroom unit in Watercolours can fetch about $2,000 to $2,200 in rent, as seen in these contracts. And this is actually the same range the other 2-bedroom units in the other projects are going at as well. Now this makes the rental yield higher for Watercolours since the entry point is much lower at $700,000. Now this is definitely a good plus point for investors if they are looking for some options with decent yield in the area. The tricky part is that there is only 48 units in Watercolours, so we may have to wait and look around for a while before a suitable unit comes up. So moving on to the second factor, let's look at the layout. There is basically only one main layout for the 2 bedrooms, but there are 4 variants: A1A, A1B, A1C and A1G. All have the same layouts, but only the balconies and outdoor space differs. However, my favourite part of these layouts will be that it comes with an enclosed kitchen, which I can safely say are rarely found in 2 bedrooms today. Now back to the comparison, A1A has a balcony that runs along the entire unit, from master to living. A1B only has the balcony in the living room. A1C has balconies in both living and master, while A1G is a ground floor patio unit. Sorting the profits made by all the 2-bedroom owners so far, it is actually very surprising to see that most of the resale buyers actually preferred the A1B layout where there is only one balcony. In fact, they made profits of $130,000 to $160,000, as compared to the A1C layout with 2 balconies who only made profits of $90,000 to $117,000. I can see the views are mostly the same as seen in the site plan where all the stacks of the 2 bedrooms are facing outwards with not much choices. Now one reason I can see is that during launch, entry prices for the A1B layout are lower as they are only up to the 6th story. As for the A1C layout that comes with 2 balconies, the entry prices during launch are higher as they are starting from 7th floor onwards. Now this price gap between the smaller units on the lower floor and the bigger units on the higher floor eventually caught up during resale, and this caused a big difference in terms of the profit. The 8th floor of this same stack sold at $715,000 while the 6th floor sold at $710,000. Now it may seem natural as the higher floor commanded a higher price, but the difference in profits were actually very substantial. 8th floor unit only made a profit of $117,000 while the 6th floor unit made $162,000 in profit. To conclude this analysis, buyers can expect to have more advantage when you are choosing a 2-bedroom in Watercolours, as naturally the rent versus prices makes a lot of sense over other options nearby. However, if given a chance, I will definitely be going for the higher floors as the per square feet can be lower than the lower levels because of the difference in size. As sellers, if you are holding on to the units with 2 balconies on the higher floors, you can consider making the extra balconies more usable by installing zip tracks or raising the floor. This way you can also have a stronger point in having buyers to consider paying slightly more for the extra space. So this is my take on the 2-bedroom in Watercolours. Do watch out for my next video where I will be covering the 3 bedrooms in this project. So do remember to help me like and subscribe as it will help me to know if that this video has been useful for you. And if there's any certain projects you want me to do a review on, do leave in the comments down below and I will do my best to oblige. Once again, my name is Joel and thank you for your time.